Hello, my name is Domingo Garcia. I'm the national president of Lulac. And today, Lulac is very concerned about the new recent developments in Florida regarding the new anti-immigrant laws that have been passed and signed by Governor DeSantis. As a result of these laws, we believe that Florida has committed several very cruel, immoral, and unjust use of immigrants as political piñatas for the purposes of basically just getting votes. As a Christian and a person who believes in God and what the Bible says, in Matthew, it says that in Matthew 25:31, for I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. But today in Florida, the opposite has happened. Governor DeSantis has said, if you're a stranger, we are going to arrest you, deport you. And if you bring your tia, your aunt, to Disney World, to Southern Florida, to Miami or Universal Studios, that we're going to charge you with a felony for bringing your undocumented friend or relative to Florida. Lulac believes that these hostile and dangerous new laws create a clear and present danger to Latinos in Florida and to Americans in general. As a result of this, for only the second time in Lulac history, we're issuing a travel advisory for anybody traveling to Florida. Florida is a dangerous, hostile environment for law-abiding Americans and immigrants. It's not always been that way. And we need to make sure that everybody understands that you can be arrested for literally taking somebody to the hospital, for literally taking somebody to Disney World. This, again, is cruel, immoral, and we need to make sure that everybody is aware of that and that we understand that we are taking direct actions. So besides the travel advisory to anybody going to Florida, we're also looking at filing legal action in federal court when this law takes effect in July of 2023. We are looking at our legal options, and we believe that a lawsuit will be filed in federal court and that the right to control our borders and to control immigration is solely a federal right, and only the U.S. government can do that. Not every state can control immigration. It is ridiculous for Iowa to have borders or for Florida to have borders or any other state, because basically it's the United States of America, united being the key word, not every state creating their own immigration policy. Second, I want the governor of Florida and the politicians of Florida to remember what happened in California when they did something similar. What happened in Arizona when they did something similar. And what happened there was Lulac was involved in, for example, recently in Arizona, and in a case called that went to the Supreme Court. Arizona politicians also tried to pass immigration bills, and the U.S. Supreme Court said, no, you can't do that, Sheriff Arpaio. No, you can't do that, State Senator Russell Pierce. And as a result of that, the federal government wound up filing charges against Sheriff Arpaio in Arizona and Phoenix. And also State Senator Russell Pierce was recalled by the citizens of Arizona. And now all the Republican politicians on a statewide level have pretty much been removed by Democrats, as they have been in California. There will be consequences to your racism, to your xenophobia, to your scapegoating and your fear-mongering, and you're trying to divide Americans among ourselves. That politics, the politics that we saw in 1933 Germany, the politics that we're seeing in 2023 Florida, are gutter politics. They're the politics of being divisive and using people as political piñatas for political purposes. And it has no say-so in America. So there will be a new campaign launched by Lulac, where we will be hiring official organizers on the ground, and we will be mobilizing people across Florida, from Tallahassee to Miami to the Keys and on both coasts, to turn out the vote in 2024. And we are going to punish those politicians who engage in this racism and this xenophobia. And we believe that that is how you change this current law. And that's how we did it in Arizona. That's how we did it in California. And that campaign is coming to Florida. And so we want to make sure that there will be consequences, both legal, political, as well as social. We are supporting the truckers who have informally announced a boycott of Florida. Latinos throughout the United States are seeing what is happening in Florida, and they're not happy about it. And all Americans, no matter what your religion, no matter what your race or your class, what they're doing there is no good. When they pick out a group and say, we're going after the immigrants, especially the brown ones in Florida, where now driving while brown is almost going to be a felony because you're going to be stopped, you're going to be profiled. And we've seen this before. One of our speakers is from Arizona, and that's what Sheriff Arpaio was doing. They were setting up roadblocks, and they were stopping all the brown people and asking them for their papers. You would think that's something that would happen with the Gestapo in Nazi Germany, not something that would happen in Florida in 2023. But this is what this immigration bill is doing. So with that being said, this time I'd like to turn it over to Lydia Medrano, who is in Tampa, Florida, to give her statement also. She's the
Yes.
Lulac.
Thank you. It has become clear that Governor DeSantis' policies are designed to attract the President Donald Trump's base. As immigration bill sign, it promotes an atmosphere of hate. I have heard of immigrants that are coming, that are parking their cars and stopping at food banks, food to leave the state. So this is a chaos, and this is a lot of fear, because even if you are not undocumented, you are afraid that something is going to happen to you. This immigration bill, what it does is encourages the racial profiling of undocumented immigrants and immigrants. This bill also serves as a reminder of the need for citizens of Florida to stand up and send a message that such laws have no place in the land of the free, because the Sunshine State has always very inclusive. We have immigrants from every part of the world, not only Latin America, Florida. But this is a white supremacist. These are white supremacist policies. They deny our own diversity. We need more inclusiveness, not this divisiveness. We are not even free to read any books. They are revising the textbooks in schools, and they want you to think differently. It's just a white supremacist frame of mind. So this is a reminder to us of the urgency for Congress to pass an immigration reform to protect the rights of immigrants and ensure that everyone is treated with the respect and dignity that they deserve. It is time to move forward in a more complete way to respect humanity, because right now this is, you don't know, it's chaos, it's fear, and you don't know what to do. So we need an immigration reform system as soon as possible. That's my.
Next. Sylvia?
Hi, thank you very much. I'm Lydia Guzman. I'm the national chairman of the Lulac Immigration. And I'm also, I also serve as state director for Lulac in Arizona. And I can tell you that after SB 1070, when Lulac filed the lawsuit, and Lulac also had restrictions on visiting Arizona, the economic impact to Arizona after SB 1070 was tremendous. Simply put, laws like this that do nothing more than harass immigrants are bad for a state's economy. And states should learn from what Arizona went through with SB 1070. After Arizona passed SB 1070, our economic impact just plummeted. People stopped having conventions in Arizona. People stopped visiting Arizona. Arizona thrives on tourism with the Grand Canyon, and I see that happening also in Florida. Florida is, thrives with a robust tourism economy, and because of SB 1718, that is going to significantly affect. One of our concerns with SB 1718 is that it's going to open the door to racial profiling. When racial profiling takes place, it's not that they're looking for, the undocumented. Basically, what it does, it opens a door to anyone that looks like me to be stopped and questioned if I have the authorization to be in this country. And people that look like me will be harassed. We will have to prove that because of the color of our skin, that we belong in this country. And that is racial profiling. That is a violation of our civil rights. And I foresee that Florida will be the subject of many civil rights lawsuits by individuals who will be stopped because of that. Another one of our concerns is that migrants will forego seeking medical attention. As that happens, people may die. People will die because under this law, the hospitals will have a duty to collect this data and submit a report. And when that happens and this data is being collected, it will create a chilling effect on individuals that need medical attention from going and seeking that medical attention, life-saving treatment. People will die because of this. That is unchristian. That is un-American. We at Lulac, we continue to push forward for immigration reform. Immigration reform is what we should be looking at. Governor DeSantis should instead focus his efforts to address those issues that Floridians really need, issues like housing, economy, education. Pursuing and harassing immigrants and people that look like us because of the color of our skin is un-American. Thank you.
Thank you. Ahora lo voy a decir en español. Mi nombre es Domingo García, pues soy presidente nacional de Lulac. Hoy estamos anunciando un aviso de peligro si viajan a Florida. Estamos avisándole a toda nuestra comunidad que si van a Florida ahorita puede estar el riesgo que pueden ser arrestados. Tu familia, si tiene alguien que está undocumentada, van a Disney World y llevan a la tía que no tiene papeles, la pueden arrestar la persona que está manejando por una felonía. Esto es un riesgo que ha pasado porque el gobernador de Florida y la legislatura pasaron una ley anti-inmigrante que en la opinión de nosotros no es constitucional y que también va a causar el perfil de raza. Si eres latino, café, si eres chino y si eres de cualquier otro país que no se ve como un anglosajón, entonces puedes tomar el riesgo de ser parado y arrestado por la policía del estado de Florida. Así es que hoy estamos anunciando este aviso de peligro de no viajar a Florida por el riesgo que está pasando muchas familias y muchos latinos que pueden ser parados solamente por el color de su piel o su idioma o su nombre. Así es que tomen este aviso todos ahí. Estamos apoyando a los troqueros que no están yendo a Florida ahorita porque saben que esta es una ley que es injusta, no es cristiana, es una ley que no es americano en términos de los valores que tenemos nosotros como un país. También Lulac está anunciando hoy que vamos a poner una demanda contra el estado de Florida después de que esta ley se haga oficial el 1 de julio de 2023. Lulac ha puesto demandas similares en Arizona y en California y siempre hemos ganado esas demandas. Así es que estamos preparando nuestra lucha legal también contra esta ley y vamos a seguir para adelante con esa demanda. Tercero, estamos movilizando una campaña de registrar y sacar el voto, especialmente el voto latino, y dar un voto de castigo en 2024 contra los políticos que están usando inmigrantes como una piñata política, que están causando sufrimiento. Una ley que dice que si vas al hospital por ayuda médica, te pueden registrar como undocumentado y te pueden reportar. No es cristiano, no es moral. Que te pueden arrestar porque traes a alguien en tu familia que no tiene papeles y ponerte una felonía y ser arrestado. Y lo tienen que arrestar bajo la ley que tenemos aquí en Florida. Tercero, este voto de castigo que vamos a tener y vamos a ocupar personas y estamos preparando una campaña de $1 millón, pero necesitamos el apoyo de la comunidad. Si pueden dar $5, $10, lo que sea, a lulac.org, podemos asistir en esta campaña de registrar personas para votar, sacar a votar y quitar los políticos que están usando este tipo de leyes para discriminación y el racismo que estamos viendo ahorita en Florida. El gobernador DeSantis va a haber consecuencias, va a haber votos, va a haber demandas y va a haber un fuerte impacto económico al estado de Florida. ¿Quién va a levantar esas fresas, esas naranjas, si no va a ser el inmigrante? ¿Quién va a trabajar en la construcción, en los techos, y en todo lo que es la economía de Florida? ¿Quién va a trabajar en los restaurantes? ¿Quién va a trabajar en todo lo que moviliza la economía de Florida y de Texas? Y recuerden, se llama Florida porque estamos aquí primero. Nosotros no somos los invadores, nosotros no somos los ilegales, nosotros estamos aquí primero. Este estado merece el apoyo de todos los americanos y del presidente Biden, y estamos pidiendo el Departamento de Justicia que nos ayude en la demanda contra Florida. Gracias. Ahora voy a introducir a Lydia Medrano, que está en Tampa, Florida.
Ok, buenos días. Yo solamente quiero reforzar que las políticas del gobernador DeSantis están diseñadas para atraer a la base política del presidente Donald Trump. Ellos están promoviendo odio, miedo, divisiones entre la población aquí en Florida. Y he oído de migrantes que están parando en los food banks, buscando comida de los bancos de alimentos. Porque entonces esto lo que hace es enfatizar el estereotipo de los inmigrantes, porque cuando nos ven no saben quién es quién, todos estamos siendo discriminados. Esto no, Florida nunca ha sido así. Florida ha sido o es un estado diverso, que es inclusive, que tiene gente de todos los países del mundo, y es la tierra de la libertad, no la tierra del autoritarismo. Yo creo que en vez de que el gobernador DeSantis esté gastando dinero en mandar inmigrantes a otros estados, como lo ha estado haciendo, usando el dinero de taxpayers money, de los que pagan impuestos aquí en la Florida, debiera de intentar mejor el entrenamiento para trabajadores, para tener mejores habilidades, debiéramos tener más clases de idiomas para aprender más inglés, y debiéramos tener prevención de crimen, pero sin profiling, sin estereotipos. Bueno, son unas políticas de supremacía blanca, y están negando nuestra propia diversidad. Estados Unidos es un país diverso y eso no se puede ocultar. Necesitamos más leyes que nos unan y no que nos dividan. Y por eso es necesario que el gobierno federal mueva rápido a una legislación de reforma migratoria, para que todo el mundo se trate con respeto, con el respeto que se merece. Necesitamos una ley de inmigración que sea más compassionate, y que sea más, acepte más la diversidad que tenemos, la gran diversidad que tenemos en este país. Gracias.
And now, Lydia from Arizona.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Yo soy Lydia Guzmán, soy la encabezada del Comité de Migración para el Lulac Nacional, pero también sirvo como directora estatal del Lulac de Arizona. Y como soy de Arizona, reconozco muy bien que cuando pasó la ley de Arizona, la SB 1070, tuvo un impacto económico a nuestro estado tan horrible. Negocios dejaron de hacer su negocio en el estado. Muchas convenciones cancelaron. Y Arizona, como Florida, es un estado en donde crece mucho el turismo. Hay muchos turistas que vienen a nuestro estado para visitar, como el Grand Canyon y muchos otros lugares. El gobernador DeSantis, pasando la ley SB 1718, va a también tener un impacto económico terrible para Florida. Simplemente esta ley va a abrir las puertas al perfil racial de una manera tan horrible que va a discriminar a todas las personas que se miran como yo, que tienen piel morena, que estamos conduciendo, y eso no sirve nada más que para molestar, como le decimos en inglés, para harass a nuestra comunidad. Esta ley también va a tener un impacto terrible a las personas que están buscando cuidado médico. Simplemente que esta ley tiene la provisión de que los hospitales tienen que colectar la información de las personas que no son ciudadanos o que están aquí sin autorización y reportar, hacer un reporte. Esto nos da mucho pendiente a nosotros porque muchas personas que están buscando cuidado médico no lo van a conseguir porque van a temer por sus estatus migratorios, van a temer por poner sus familias en peligro, van a temer y personas van a morir. Esta ley va a tener ese impacto de que personas pueden morir. También, cuando pasa una ley como esta, muchas personas que se van a ser víctimas de perfil racial van a entablar demandas. Y el Estado va a sufrir también un golpe económico. Los contribuyentes van a tener que defender estas demandas. Estas demandas le cuestan al Estado, significa mucho dinero cuando una persona es víctima de una violación de nuestros derechos civiles. Van a haber demandas y van a haber muchas demandas. Y esto le va a causar un golpe muy grande al estado de Arizona. Simplemente la ley SB 10, la ley SB 1718 es una ley muy mala para el estado. El gobernador DeSantis mejor se debe de enfocar en las cosas que los contribuyentes de Florida les importan. Cosas como vivienda, educación, la economía. Eso es lo que es importante para los residentes de Arizona. Nosotros en Lulac seguimos comprometidos a pelear a nivel nacional por una reforma migratoria, una reforma justa, una reforma en donde todo migrante pueda ser tratado con dignidad y con respeto, pero también una reforma que puede eliminar este tipo de leyes estatales, porque inmigración es un tema nacional. Gracias.
All right, with that, that terminates our press conference. If there's any questions, feel free to contact our communications director, David Cruz, or contact us directly here at our Lulac headquarters. And we will be glad to do one-on-one interview. Are there any questions right now? Okay, I think that the way it was set up was just for us to do it. So unless y'all here have a question. Okay, all right. And we want to finish up with, I do have a message. It's not presidential to use immigrants as scapegoats and to use fear-mongering, Governor DeSantis. Not presidential at all. It's little, small. Thank you. All right.
So, beach and broadcasting.
Okay.
We're going to.
I think I met somebody